Hello and welcome to another episode of the Goal Line Conversation podcast. My name is Michael.
How far? I'm Jared.
Don't worry, there's a reason why it's like that. He's in pains, sufferings. He's going through it. But don't worry, we are here for you. We are here for you. We are here for you. We're here to help you through those periods because guess what?
What?
We were going through this before, but I've left you alone. So I can help you. You know that they always say that the only person that can help you is the person that is up when you are down. We cannot help you if we are both down. So therefore, don't worry, I can help you. I can lift you back up again. Don't worry. Welcome to the episode. If you're new to this is where we go over the weekend recap of football matches. A lot of time we emphasize and we focus on Premier League matches. Sometimes we touch upon like if they're midweek games like UCL competitions and whatnot. Everything you're going to hear from us maybe or may not be biased. It depends on how our teams are doing. It depends on how our teams are doing.
Truth.
He's on the truth page.
I'm on truth right now.
He's gonna give you
the truth,
unfiltered truth. But I'm going to probably give you some biased views because my team is doing well. As you can see, we are repping the shirts. You have never repped these people before. Maybe it's because the time
I stopped repping Man United fully when Fergie left.
Those were the days.
Those were the days. Ever since then, it's like, you be like, let's say this is like not a fan, full fan. I've been doing this.
I'm go back. It's not working.
It's not working. I was this close to being this though. That was during Ole's time. And that was after he got the full contract. Like that. When he was interim coach, I was fully
all right, let's get into it. So now we're talking about Manchester United. So obviously let's talk about the game over the weekend, Super Sunday, the game that everybody was waiting for.
I was in church.
Yeah, that is true.
I was in church.
We were in church. He was like, I'm not gonna let these people drag me down.
I was praising the Lord. I was out here singing.
Oh man,
it's not gonna get me today.
Not today, demon. Not to the devil.
Put my phone on do not disturb.
You know that's the best thing. Why your team ain't gonna do nothing? Just put your phone on not disturb. Do not disturb. That way nobody bothers you.
It was raining. I drove to church. Rain beat me in that church. It was okay. I was in the Lord. It was fun. It was great. Had a great pastor, great sermon. I didn't know what happened to my team. I got home.
And then you started recapping the rubbish.
Let's be truthful. As I sat down in church, I had to praise the Lord. My phone vibrates. I'm thinking,
maybe
somebody's
it's a good
texting
sign.
me. Somebody's asking me a question.
Okay.
My phone vibrates. No, okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I hope somebody was texting me. Based on how the phone vibrated, I knew it was a notification. I'm like, maybe it's a DM on Instagram. Maybe it's a DM. Pull it up.
That's why you should be focused. Next time, don't even put the phone up. Just leave it. You'll figure it out after church.
It showed 1-0. I was like, God damn, already? Game just started.
3 minutes.
Close me back. Put my phone back. Still chilling. Instead, no, another buzzer again. I'm like, what's going on? Red card. I was like, okay, we're done.
Stop it.
So
for those
who are concerned, I've only seen highlights of this game. I refuse to watch the whole thing. I don't care.
I refuse to waste my time.
I am done watching Man U for the season. I'm watching highlights from now on.
Watching that. The funny thing about it is that, and we'll get into the game, obviously based on the highlights that we watched, and obviously we've seen clips also from other like bloggers or Man U enthusiasts. The funny thing that I just think about is like you are saying that thank God is not watching the game. What about the people that are paid? There are some people that travel. They travel from like Japan or like Korea or like anywhere.
I'm doing that, right? I'm supposed to go to Europe sometime this year for work. And my plan was to go watch a Man U game. At those points,
never. Do not donate your money to
I'm
them.
not going to watch Man City.
Buy some Man City gears also while you're at it.
Can I be debated? Because I work like, you go to Sweden, right? I'm like, I go to Sweden and take a flight to Europe. But now kind of like, if I go to Europe, I go see my cousins. Like, hey, how you guys doing? Like, I'm going to watch the Man U game because my heart can't take that.
You can't take it no more.
For those of you who watch the game, glory be to God. More powers to your elbows. Support that team in my stead. You guys are the real MVP.
You know what? Let me shout
I'm not.
let me shout out to a Man U fan that I definitely know watch the game. At least no, definitely watch it. JJ.
Shout out to you, JJ.
JJ definitely watch it, because literally
you are better than me.
Since Monday, like since the game, all I've just been seeing on JJ stories are just all the memes that after probably 2 or 3 I said I'm just seeing just memes of just like Man U's fans mood right now. Like I've seen people like take shots of God knows what. People are just like, it's just, man, Man U fans if you have a Man U friend, let's just PSA, just check up on them.
AY, the Lord is with us. We got this. I don't know if you're still watching them. I'm done watching.
Ah, man. All right.
I'm chilling now. From now on, I'm watching football as a neutral fan. I'm gonna be watching it like Man U games. I'm gonna skip it. If they're winning,
they're probably tuned into.
But on the regular, like waking up early to watch the game or like trying to figure out how to watch these games, I'm done.
All right, let's talk about the game, because obviously you've seen reactions, you've watched highlights.
What's your question?
My question is, what was the plan? What was the plan going into that match?
Win.
In what capacity? Win the ball, win first half, win second half, win 2 minutes or 3, win what?
I think the job is over. The job is too much for him. He needs to let it go.
Okay.
He needs to let it go. Because I've been there too. I've had a project at work. They were like, hey, this team, this is the project to do.
Yeah.
And then you sit down. When they tell you in a meeting, you're like, yes, I'm going to take it over. And then you get into your desk, you start doing the project charter. And you're like, there's a lot of work here. And you know what you do? Hey, I might need help here. I might need some people to assist me here.
But is that not what
he's not doing it? He's not doing it.
Is that not what they brought Rude for? They brought Rude for that purpose, to help him out now.
I don't know what they're doing. But either way, none of them are speaking the same language. They're all just.
All right. Okay. So
just to recap it, I don't know exactly what Man U's game plan was, but either way, they were terrible at that game. They did nothing. I think they hit the post twice or whatever. No, did they hit the post?
Garnacho hit
the post.
He hit the post.
So shout out to Garnacho. But all in all, that game could have been 6-0, and it still wouldn't be enough.
Timo Werner, let me tell you something. You are not a true Chelsea player. First of all, that you go to Spurs, you are not even a true. You have been erased from the Chelsea history. Timo Werner.
Hold on.
What?
You sold him, but you expect him to be loyal to Chelsea?
No. You can go to any other club. But Chelsea.
Hold on.
But Tottenham, but Spurs.
Hold on.
Every Chelsea player knows that. You cannot leave.
Okay.
Chelsea.
Let me ask you a question. That's your question, right?
Yeah.
So Netflix hires you, and then they fire you, and then Amazon Prime says they want you. You say no because you're loyal to Netflix?
No.
What the hell are you talking about?
I mean, how much are you offering? What's the starting bonus?
So then why are you fighting him?
No, because if you want to be a show, you're a true Chelsea, true blue, true and true. You don't accept that rubbish. You can go in fact, because of that, you go to Aston Villa just to even spite them.
I can tell you right now.
Just to spite them. Fabregas will never do that. Fabregas will never do that.
He's already a traitor. Arsenal to Barcelona and then to Chelsea.
But that's because he did not find trophy there now. We gave him a trophy. We gave him a trophy. Even the trophy that he did not contribute to. We gave it to him.
You know what? We'll get sidetracked.
Yeah, let's get sidetracked. But Timo Werner, why I brought him up is because that guy should have had like at least 3. I said at least one. Because we know Timo. We know Timo when he's running, and then when he gets in front of keeper, he's like Jesus. Like at least one out of those 3 chances that he missed, he should have had it.
So if you miss that game, right? What's his name?
Van der Beek.
No.
Oh, Van der
Beek is useless.
Van der
Ven. That guy.
Nicky Van der Ven.
I don't know exactly where he came from, but he's a really good player. And that guy turned into Ronaldo and Messi at the same time. He went all the way from his half and ran all the way, turned into a winger, and then crossed it. Eric Ten Hag set his team up for a defender to run through the whole team.
Yeah.
And nobody could tackle him.
My problem with that was that I just looked people just watching him by. Like nobody wanted to risk it. Nobody wanted to get in front of him. Nobody was even willing to take it for the team. Take a yellow card, drag him, pull him, just do something other than watch this man run through your defense.
And
even the Ugarte that you got, they have started calling him Ugalaga. That's the new nickname for Ugarte, Ugalaga. So Ugalaga is out there, watch people run riot through his midfield.
But you know what? That's disrespectful.
Why?
Because here's what I keep saying, right?
Gallagher is better than him.
No.
What do you mean?
Well, okay, listen.
What do you mean disrespectful?
So,
he has not played the Premier League. You are saying
before the season started, was there a difference between Chelsea players and Man U players before the season started?
Of course not.
There was a big difference.
Yeah.
So you thought you had better players than Man U?
Absolutely.
You think you have better players than Man U?
Absolutely. Who?
Is your keeper better?
Our keeper is not better than.
Okay, is your right back better?
Absolutely.
You're better than Dallo and Masraoui.
Before
No, I'm saying before the season started. You had Malo Gusto versus Dallo and Masraoui. Who are you picking?
I'm taking Gusto.
Oh my God! You know what? Yes, your bias is a Chelsea fan.
Gusto. Who else? In the defense, I will take Martinez. I'll take Martinez. Center back.
Delete and Martinez.
Delete and Martinez.
Who you put in from Chelsea?
Okay, those two. I will take them. Martinez, because I've not seen enough of
Who's your left back?
My left back, Cucurella.
Cucurella over, I guess, Dallo, because Shaw and wants his
Dallo cannot play two sides. So which one do you want to play?
Masraoui on the right, Dallo on the left.
Based on Cucurella's performance in the Euros, I will take Cucurella. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go to midfield. You have Casemiro.
And who?
And Meno over Caicedo and Enzo.
I will take them both.
You take Casemiro and okay.
Yeah, and Enzo.
Bruno Fernandes and
don't finish that statement.
Well, who's your cam?
It's Kopama.
Okay, so
don't even
that's
finish.
debatable.
If I allowed you something from here, what debate? What debate? Swallow that debate.
Ew. Okay, pass. I'll pass on that. But either way, I'm just saying that
the debate,
the players look worse.
Insults.
The players look worse.
Fernandes cannot even lace his boots right now. What are you talking about?
You never want Sancho before the Sancho game.
I'm talking about Palmer. Palmer, you can't lace his boots. Not even based on what he did last season. Like, you can't look near him. You don't bring those two people to say. It's like
either way,
levels.
All I'm going to say here is that the Man United players are worse than they look right now because they have a terrible coach. The better coach you are, the better you look.
But the thing about
Ugarte right now has just been dropped into a terrible team. So what do you expect? Also, I'm not even defending him because I think he was a terrible buy. I don't get why they bought him.
Is it a loan with obligation to buy or just straight up buy?
These idiots fully bought him. So
they didn't even try loan first.
At the end of the day, the Man U players look worse than they actually are because the coach that they have is not setting them up for success.
True.
That's all I'm saying.
Because you have to recognize what their strengths and their weaknesses are and cover them. Like, for example, a Sanchez cannot hold the ball for too long. So Maresca has told him, if you don't know what to do, boot it. But that we'll come back to him later.
Anyway, as a Man U fan, sorry, as a former Man U fan.
Denying his club out here, man.
I'm going to break.
It's like, do you know this man? He has not to Peter anyway. Do you know this man? I don't know him, bro.
I'm going to break.
I don't know this team.
So, those players, they are actually better than they actually are showing.
Yeah.
But also their coach is not helping them out. So either way, just to say that he needs to go. Now, replacement, I don't care. I don't even know who they should go and get as a replacement. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Mourinho, I don't care. He just needs to go.
I'm here Southgate.
Oh, God.
I'm here Southgate. What are your thoughts about Southgate?
The options is Southgate or Ten Hag.
Ten Hag.
No. Van Nistelrooy. Might as well give him a chance. Like Van Nistelrooy, you're already here. Might as well figure it out.
Just change that AC. Just change it to go.
Just do something.
You are not more assistant.
Basically.
Congratulations.
See, Southgate. No way. That would be the death of football. You know how painful we would to watch Southgate's team? Oh, God. I'm just imagining.
But your owner seems to find interest in Southgate. Well, maybe the England thing that you have not have.
Go and get Potter. No, I swear. See, if the options is an English coach, get Potter. If that's what we'll do, get Potter.
But Potter cannot manage the.
No.
Potter has shown
No.
that when it comes to ego management, he's not. Potter will let everybody have their way.
I don't want Southgate. I don't want the death of football. All I can say is like when I watched Potter at Brighton, he was doing well, and I think Chelsea failed him because Chelsea didn't give him enough time.
Yeah, they didn't give him enough time. They also didn't give him the backing he needed. So
I would rather them say, Potter, you're the new coach. Anybody you don't like in this team, you can fire them, and they give him that power, even though it's a lie. just give it. But Southgate, God forbid.
Oh man.
Or who else is free? Oh, Pochettino.
Man U fans.
Poch.
I just want to say, I told you people before.
No, you didn't.
I told you
what did you say?
In the If It Be You series.
That what?
I said, translation, you have just started.
Well, you know what though? What
you have just this mountain that you see today, you shall see again.
I just realized though, I think he might be the first coach that gets fired.
That, you know, the funny thing about it is that would be true if it's any other club than Man U.
No.
Because Man U is like Man U is such a you're not ruthless. I think that's what I'll call it. Man U is not ruthless when it comes to hiring and firing of coaches. Like you will literally only wait. You only trigger a fire when it's like literally in your face. Because remember Moyes now.
No, but
remember Moyes.
But remember though, this is a whole new regime too.
The fact that they gave him a new contract does not convince me that this regime knows what they are doing. Because if you were unsure,
did he get a new contract or he just got that contract?
No, it was a default. It was like we searched for everybody else, but we didn't feel peace with, or we couldn't settle on somebody. So we're like,
well, you know what?
You want the cup.
Let me make you hold on.
That cup I will
make you the freaking CEO of Man U.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you hiring this summer?
This summer,
yes.
If I was, I will hire somebody who can make the best.
Give us a name.
De Zerbi. I've given you the name. De Zerbi.
Ew, why?
De Zerbi will take your young ones, the minors. He will the Garnachos. He will build them into his own mold, like into what he wants. Nah, because the stubborn ones will chop bench because De Zerbi is that kind of person that is like, if you're not playing well, you are chopping bench.
I'm not sure about De Zerbi though.
I'm sure about
I feel like
because De Zerbi has a style.
No.
Like the problem that you have with Ten Hag is that there is no identity. There is no style. You play counter attack today. Tomorrow you want to play pep style.
Everyone
then tomorrow you want to play police ball.
Was De Zerbi good or was it just good because of Potter's work that Potter did?
De Zerbi was good. The problem where De Zerbi failed in Brighton was because he asked them, you are taking the most pivotal players in my team and you are selling them for big money. I ask you to replace them with suitable. Don't tell me that I should be starting from scratch and then you are expecting me to finish top of the table. Give me suitable replacements that can play or play some sort of that can play up to the level that some of the players that you saw. Look at the players that they saw.
That's impossible.
It's not.
No, that literally goes against not knowing the club that you signed for. Brighton's whole goal is to find unpolished gems, polish them, and then sell for big profit.
Yeah, but the problem was that the gems that they are bringing, all of them were getting injured. Look at Ferguson, got injured. They brought one guy from the Balova. He was injured. He couldn't fit right into the mold of what he wanted. So the problem was that De Zerbi was like, people are not helping me out. You bought few players, I understand, but I still need more. And there was a big gap in expectation between what he was expecting for his team to continue the progression that they've made versus what Brighton wanted to do. Because we're going to talk about Chelsea and Brighton next. Brighton are in trouble. They are in trouble because you know the fundamental thing about Premier League games. And let's go.
Well, now we're in Brighton.
Let's go to Brighton.
Tottenham. So you guys did play a great game.
Yeah.
Over to you.
But Tottenham did never play a great game. Tottenham is a mid-off. It's a mid-table performance that they did. Like you people just were the one that just made it easy for them.
Stop saying you people. I don't support them no more. Like, why you keep coming for me?
All right, let's go. Let's dive into the Chelsea versus Brighton,
team, bro. I'm a neutral.
Let's go to Chelsea versus Brighton. Just by Brighton, I will not lie. I was in the men's conference. So I was catching like I literally was catching like some of the like clips when we had breaks and like or catch up on like when my phone buzzes. I'm like, what's going on? When I first saw 1-0, I was like, oh man, it's gonna be a long day. Because I was like, I hope Brighton don't come out like because after that one goal, a lot of the problems that we faced last season was whenever we feel behind or feel rattled, there's this shrink that Chelsea players used to go into. They like go into their shell and they don't want to go back and just go back into the opponent's face and just like boom, I'm going to give it back to you. They tend to crawl back into their space, and then from there, a series of mistakes start happening. So I was like, man, I hope this don't become like a 2-0 or 3-0 thing. But my God, Brighton, talk about open open shop. You open the front yard, open the backyard. Free play. Cross ventilation. Cross ventilation was happening, my guy. You know, some people describe that first half as a basketball game. They said there was no defense. It was all attack.
It really was, though. Watching that game, I was just like,
cross ventilation.
Chelsea's goal for this game was just to outscore them.
Honestly speaking, that was the best way. It's just cross ventilation because literally, and I think this is one of the reasons why Maresca continues to earn his rep. He's not there yet because I feel like we've not played.
Oh, no.
We have not played top teams. We have not played the Liverpools. We have not played Arsenal. We have not played like very, 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 very tough opponents to see how he's doing. But he has an identity.
Oh, he does. Tell me what
his identity.
I mean, I think he does, but I want to use
his identity is player from the back, one-time passes. Don't do all this. Hold the ball, think about what you want to do. Do you want to play forward? Do you want to play back? His identity is one-time passes. You get the ball, fast transition. When he gets the ball, like literally, a left back, you are now a midfielder. Winger, I want the wingers to be empowered to take on one-on-one. Like he literally tells them, even during this conference, like I want wingers that can take people one-on-one, that can beat them. And then I want runs to be made outside, above, overlapping runs. I want midfielders to be making runs. And you can see that in the game because when Madueke has the ball, he has people already running, making options. People are not afraid to go and ask for the ball, which is the difference in Man U. When somebody have the ball in the midfield, everybody start running. They start making forward runs. What if all of you run forward inside the 18-yard box? Who am I passing to?
I just realized there's only one player in Man U that can beat a player. That's a winger.
Who's that?
Ahmad. Everybody else are just peace.
So that's what
everybody else is knock the ball forward and run with
it. So that's one of the reasons why I think his philosophy is working. And one of the things he has learned is that this Chelsea team, they're not at Pep's level of passing yet. So what he tells them is, if you are not sure, like long balls, you can see Sanchez launching ball from the back straight to Jackson against that Wolves game. It was literally one time launch. It wasn't, well, let's build from the back. No, if you see the opportunity, lob it up to the front. And literally, this game against Brighton, I feel like that's the struggle because Kopama even mentioned it in his interviews. Like the coach told us, just one time over there, because they are going to play air line. We're just going to, what we're going to do is we're going to try to beat their defensive line. And literally, that's how they score. But my God, let me just take a segment to just praise Kopama. Kopama, my God.
Here comes the glazing.
No, are you not going to clap? Are you not going to clap?
No.
Making history for first player to score 4 goals in the first half. Ever.
He's from Man City Academy. I don't clap for anything Man City.
Don't worry. Haters here. Kopama. Pama, you were born on Palm Sunday. You wear palms. You go to Palm Springs.
You really are a dad. You are such a dad. It's such a dad joke. Get out.
You use palm. You do palm wine. You use palm oil. Power man. I bless the day they brought you into this club. Unkuku, if you are not careful, you are getting sold. Wallahi. It's not a matter.
He will be.
You are getting sold by someone.
He will push to be sold because like they can't play together.
Unkuku, I'm sorry, you are getting sold. I want you to blow the balloons that you normally blow. Pause. for your kids, which is part of your celebration. But trust me, unless Kopama's leg hang for like 3 games and he's not able to score, you are getting sold because this guy was bought to replace Nkuku. But the way this guy, I don't understand how he dribbles. I don't understand how fast he is. I don't understand the decision making. You know, one of the funny thing about the performance that he had, which he scored 4 goals, was that the free kick that he scored, they were asking him, "Oh, so have you been practicing free kick?" You know what the response is? And nah, not really. I don't really practice. I just mess around and stuff. I was like, "You arrogant, this arrogant boy." Yeah, like he's the way he just talks. It's not as if he's like I don't even try hard for this. What do people say? Like I'm just doing my stuff. He was even more mad that he did not get 5 or 6 goals. Imagine.
Like that, that's what you want.
Imagine
your main player.
Man, but man, that guy.
So who's number 2 at Chelsea?
Huh?
If Palmer is 1, who's number 2?
If Palmer is number 1 right now, Sancho is walking up that ladder. But right now it's Caicedo, I think, because Caicedo has been really good.
Okay.
Yeah, Caicedo has been really good.
So is Enzo a flop or no?
Is Enzo
a flop?
He's looking like a flop, bro. Like I'm not even gonna cap. Like he's looking like a flop. Like no, like because one of the things that I see with him is that he's like the games where you're supposed to see him stand out, which he has the qualities. Qualities as a deep line playmaker. You're supposed to look for passes, find those risky passes that you're like thread the needle kind of stuff. When you are expecting him to do those kind of things, he can't. Like guy 5-yard passes sometimes. You pass it backwards. Like that's one of the reasons I'm like the one thing that we bought you for. They're not even expecting you to do a lot of defensive shift because we're even putting double shift on Caicedo. But the one thing that we bought you for that you're supposed to be good at, you're not really good at, to be honest. Because if not, your assist numbers are supposed to be speaking for itself. Remember when Fabregas was playing this role now? Remember Fabregas and Costa? That would be like Bluetooth. As he bought a load.
But then also, don't you think like Palmer is taking away that from him too? Like Palmer's not doing most of the playmaking.
But I'm saying, even if Palmer is taking away from him, you are still supposed to be able to make your impact. If I go and check his assist numbers now in the Premier League, we didn't fight 5 games. I'm not even sure he has 1 assist.
Oh no, I think it's a flop. But what I just don't understand is that when Pogba was for the same money, every single time Pogba did not give it 10 out of 10, he got beat for it. Enzo is out here stealing a living, and nobody does anything about it.
I think the what he uses to cover himself is because Caicedo is next to him, and Caicedo was also bought for very similar price tag. So a lot of emphasis goes on Caicedo because everybody sees Caicedo because he's a box-to-box kind of player, and they're like, this Caicedo before they were like flop. Then now it's good, and now it's kind of gone under the radar because the team is doing well.
Yes.
So therefore, there is no magnifying glass to kind of try and like focus on who exactly is not doing their job now. But honestly speaking, even though Chelsea has been good, his performances have not been outstanding. I've never really seen a game where I'm like, oh my god, man.
Yeah, I remember like, oh my god,
I'm like, Enzo killed it, man. He played out to the back. No, not really. The only one game I can say is probably one time when he scored like a screamer against Aston Villa in like a EFL Cup or is it Carabao Cup, whichever one cup it is. But that's the only time I knew that Enzo like legit bought out. Other than that, to be honest, it's been made. For the price tag, it's not acceptable.
You guys scored 4 goals. They scored 2 goals against you.
Sanchez.
Yeah, your goalkeeper. All 7 of them. They're all terrible.
Petrovic is not really as bad. The problem with Petrovic is he's not good with his feet. And that's why he couldn't play for Maresca. But Sanchez has more.
All these good with the feet needs to end. One thing is to
I'm just tired. Let's just keep goalkeeper's job simple. Catch the ball. Punt it if you don't know what to do. All this you want a goalkeeper to be like an outfield player. Just make their job easy. But anyway, Sanchez, my God did not allow it. Because the evil spirit that is worrying you, because it seems like Jackson has passed you. Jackson has passed you. You have been hanging out with Jackson. Wherever Jackson used to go and eat, you have been eating there. And Jackson has stopped eating there. But you don't want to hear word. Caesar disease. I'm giving you a Caesar disease. What do you call it? But this man was literally out here trying to like, when you say enemy of progress, Sanchez was an enemy of progress in that game. Literally. We are doing everything up top. Kopama is out here doing God's work. You are out here trying to like bring us down. Literally bring us down. Oh, God. This guy, man, I was so pissed when I saw those goals. Both the goals were his fault.
They were his fault.
But because I know for the first goal, Caicedo could have done better and Kowe, they could have done better in their coordination. But when in God's name did you jump like as if they played the corner? If you were not sure, stay in your post. He just stayed and they just nodded into an empty net.
So, are you guys going to buy a new keeper?
I pray they do. I pray they sell him. I pray they demote him. Do whatever you do to Kepa. But this guy,
where's Kepa?
Kepa is in Dortmund. He's on a loan. He's on loan. He's in Dortmund. So yeah, Sanchez can. I don't think if you have to challenge for anything reasonable, that guy cannot be our number one keeper. That guy is a flop. He's a flop.
I can't wait to see what Maresca does though once he has been found out. Because right now they haven't found him out.
But the question that I have is, I don't understand, like, when you say found out, I don't really understand, like, where is his vulnerabilities right now? I think the vulnerabilities is because it's where he commits too many people up front. Because where we can get found out is sometimes when we go on the counter, some of the players get very, very ambitious and everybody start running up top.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If they are able to...
If a team basically lures you into doing that, like a Pep is like, you know what, let them all run up, let us try to like lure them in. Like you have a hole in the midfield. Like Ten Hag right now. That's what everybody knows, just like, there's a hole in the midfield.
Just go and pressure the midfielders. They cannot handle the ball.
Exploit it, exactly.
So yeah, we'll see.
But I want to see though, like what he comes up with.
But one thing I love about him is that he's not stubborn. He's not a stubborn player. He just keep playing the same thing over and over again. He's willing to learn.
How do you know?
Because
what has he done so far that make you say that?
Because
just be saying everything for saying it. It's only 4 games. He's not willing to learn. What has he shown you?
Guy, be careful. I'm like 1 point off for a bit, 2 points off of the top of the table. They vex me now. I'll call Maresca. Maresca, you know what to do. Handle business, bruh.
Dude,
handle business.
Dude, the highest you feel this season is 4.
Yeah, that's tough. I agree. But we can do mistake and just enter that top 4 if it's not, because the way Pep is doing, they look like they've been found out for real. Pep has been found out. Let's take a quick tangent there. Because when I watched them against Aston Villa, you know what Newcastle. You know what Newcastle did? Newcastle did exactly what Arsenal did when they went to 10 men. Newcastle's like, forget going forward. We're not going forward. We are going to compact this midfield as much as we can. No spaces. If you like, pass to Savio, pass to Doko. We don't care. This midfield, no way.
Yes, that's what it did. But I also got, it hurts to say this. If there's one coach that's going to figure out a way to bypass that, it's him.
But we'll see.
Because this is the guy who started like when he first came to the league, he had 2 actual fullbacks. Now he has 4 center backs.
It's crazy. And when I was center back, that guy is finishing like a forward.
Striker, so it's like
he's like a forward. I'm like, did you see the goal that he scored? Cut back and just, I'm like, where's your weak foot? Because I don't understand.
One day you'll see a Kanji playing striker. They're coming back.
So, but yeah, Maresca, we'll see how far it goes. But one of the things I love about him is able to adapt, because the way he played the West Ham game is different from the way he played the Brighton game, and the way he played the Brighton game is different from the way he played the Dortmund game. Because Dortmund game, he was playing people out of position, which is one of the things Pochettino did last season, and pissed me off so much. I'm like, Cohen is not a good left winger, left back, but you keep putting my left back. Do you know that around Pochettino, he tried to play Chilwell as a left winger? The audacity. When we actually have actual wingers.
I mean, that was what happened to Bale. And Bale,
Which Bale?
Look at what happened to Bale.
Who do you think?
Bale was the left back. He got past the left winger, and he showed what he can do. And he stayed there.
That Pochettino,
maybe it was that Chilwell.
Chilwell would not hold. Bale was young. His mind was moldable then. You could tell him, guy, you have never blown.
Why is Chilwell still on your team? Nobody wanted to buy him.
Nobody wanted to buy him. Nobody wanted to buy him. You know what he's playing now? He's playing all this Carabao Cup. All this
this is unfair. Why is Man U getting told that like they spend so much money when Chelsea just had like so many players? Like,
because you people are the one that help us out. You are an enabler.
Big time.
You are an enabler. You and Arsenal, you are enabling Chelsea spending habits.
Whoever said that Man U should buy Mount, that person should be shot. And like not to kill him, just be shot.
To injure, just flesh
to injure, like flesh wound, like that thigh meat. You know, there's nothing major there. Make sure you miss all the major arguments. Put a hole.
No, that buy is the most dumbest buy you've ever buy.
I couldn't figure that. I'm like, where is he playing?
Because now, even in the game, do you know that man came in? He came in to replace injured Mino. Then he left injured. He
can't even play that role. You have to have a defensive awareness for that role. He doesn't have it.
Oh my God. Anyway, Maresca,
Ten Hag out.
I'm happy. I think Chelsea, realistically, I think top 4 is looking like a good area where we can settle in as we look to finish the season. And hopefully, if we can get good defenders and probably a good striker, like a very reliable striker, I think we can start talking about competing for the league and actually making an impact. But let's move on to the next team that is actually competing for the title, Arsenal. Arsenal versus Leicester City. That game, man, I had, Deji.
Yes.
Arsenal fan. My man was glued to that phone. When it was 2-2, 90 minutes, guy was like, what's happening? What's happening? The moment he was calling, I said, Baba, calm down, we're in a conference.
You can be happy?
No, he can be happy. But I was surprised how that game ended. Or the way the game ended did not reflect what actually transpired during the game. But when I actually saw the stats, Arsenal were they literally it's like that Leicester keeper said, "Thou shalt not pass." Because that man had probably 6 or 7 saves, or probably even more. He was not letting them in. And Arsenal, in their true traditional way, they scored through a set piece. These people they've
mark of champions.
They've gamed the system. Corners are now penalties to Arsenal, so you cannot even concede corner. Concede a throw in instead.
That's a good Joe. That I feel like they have to win the league. That is the setup of a team that's going to win the league.
Yeah, when you find and they
just slight margins,
they rarely concede goals, because a game like this last season, Arsenal would have drawn or possibly lost the game, because they can do all going forward and all of a sudden they lose it. So the fact that they are able to win convincingly, even at the very dying minute, is actually good.
Do they have the best duo in the league?
Defensive duo?
I think they do. Saliba and Gabriel. Who beats that?
I'm looking at Van Dijk and Konate.
Konate?
But Konate has not been really strong. No. So yeah, I probably say they have the best duo.
Yeah,
I said
not the best centre backs, but like the best duo.
Yeah. Because the best centre back right now, I think I still give it to Van Dijk. Yeah. But best duo, yes. I think they probably have the best duo right now. All right, let's move on from the Palmer show and I didn't mention Sancho. What's going on? Sancho 3 goals, 3 games, 3 assists.
Ten Hag.
3 games, 3 assists, 25 million cheap buy. Man U fans.
Yo, can we revoke that thing?
I know, right? When you sign a new coach,
I bet you.
Is there a clause inside that statement that you can revoke it?
I bet you there's somebody right now at any of us.
It's like, wait, let me see the contract. Let me see the contract. I want to check for those 5 details. Maybe if he does not score as many goals, maybe he can call him back.
But I'm just trying to understand, so this is just me being thinking.
Mm-hmm.
What is different in Chelsea that Man U that the Sancho is doing so well?
I think what's different is
the coach.
Because I think I've mentioned it before. I told you that Ten Hag is a bad man manager. He doesn't know how to guide the player through, if they're going through a rough patch. He doesn't know really how to guide them through. Second, Ten Hag is not really a manager that likes stylistic players. When I mean stylistic players, I'm talking about people who have flares. If you look at your team, how many people can you really say have that flair? They just want to turn it on. You just said, only probably Ahmad probably has that kind of give me the ball. Don't worry, give me the ball. I'll take it and I'll drive you forward.
Yeah, no one.
Not really. Because it's a very, very pragmatic. You pass here, you run here, you just full speed, just keep running, cross and hope that somebody in the middle.
He gotta go.
So, he's not really a player that can really, because that's one of the problems. And also one of the biggest problem was that he had two big, quote unquote, big players playing, because we talked about that yesterday. You have a Sancho, there's a left winger, but Sancho can actually play right, but he loves playing from the left side. And every time Ten Hag brought Sancho in, he brought him in as a right winger, brought him in as, one time we played Sancho as a false 9.
Yes, during preseason. And we were all confused. You know what, though? You know what?
He does not understand profile. He doesn't know
I-
how to profile a player because, and this shows up in his recruiting also, because his recruiting, you are scratching your head in this one that where is this person supposed to fit? You are talking about Mount. We talk about Van der Beek.
You know what? No,
He didn't buy Van der Beek.
No.
Are you sure?
Van der Beek was bought by somebody else.
Okay. Because now he's bought Malacia. We don't know where Malacia is playing. Malacia is in the gulag. He's bought Malacia. Now he just buys players and you're just confused about like what is the profile ID? What did you tell the scouts that you wanted? Did you want like somebody who can pass, who can dribble, who can shoot? Like what is the profiles that you get? Because
What did he buy last season? Casemiro?
he bought
No.
last season
Casemiro.
Mount. He bought Mount last season. Bought Mount last season because that's when Mount was going through all that.
And Malacia? No.
He bought Mount. Hoyland. He bought Hoyland. 70 million. I mean, is it 60 million that he bought?
That kid is looking worse than Jackson, and it's hurting me to say, because I don't rate Jackson at all, but Hoyland is looking worse than Jackson.
Because the problem with Hoyland is, what does Hoyland provide? Is he can hold the ball up?
But this is the
Can he
issue.
create?
But Mike, this is the issue. If you put Haaland in Man U, he's not scoring goals. That's the problem. The team is not set up to do anything. You know what? Let's move on.
Let's move on. The next thing that we add here after Arsenal versus Leicester is Liverpool versus Wolves. And my question again for this game is, obviously Liverpool they showed enough to win the game, but my question are Wolves. Are Wolves candidates to get relegated? Because you remember we're talking about like teams that will get relegated, and we didn't near Wolves at all. But Wolves look like a candidate that the team that are going to get relegated, because Ipswich are showing that they can actually they're going to survive. Wolves look like they're going to. Southampton is definitely getting relegated, and we know that for a fact.
Southampton getting relegated.
Wolves is getting
Everton will probably get relegated.
Everton,
or they might come out at the last minute.
So
it's between Wolves and Leicester.
Because Wolves, they sold their best players, they didn't replace anybody, and they've played 4 games and they've not even won one. They've not even drawn.
Yeah, maybe Wolves.
Yeah, so look, unless they fire their coach, and I think the coach is like,
dude, they don't have players. Firing coach not going to do anything.
Yeah, so Wolves is looking like it. Crystal Palace look to be found out too. Remember when we were talking about Crystal Palace? I told you that they're going to be found out because they lost to Everton. I said they're going to be found. You know the beautiful thing I love about the Premier League is that if you think you have a new style, don't worry. Your first season,
someone is figuring it out.
First season, everybody will play. They will let you go. Mid-season, somebody will figure you out. Next season, if you try that rubbish, they will mess you up. They will mess you up.
I like that coach, but you know what? He's been found out. So we need to see what he does.
So the next question after Wolves getting relegated, because I think we both agree on Wolves definitely probably are going to get relegated. The next question I have is Liverpool, top of the table right now. They look to have, and his slot looks to have figured out his best 11. His looks to have figured out how to get the best out of the current team that he has. So my question is, are Liverpool the third team in a 3-horse race?
No.
For the Premier League title?
No.
Why are they not?
Liverpool's going to fall off.
Why do you say that? Give me a reasons.
Because it's 4 games into the season, and there is no way I can see Liverpool sticking close to the top 2.
Why? Is it because of the players? Do you think it's the team?
I just think it's the team. I just think they need more time. I can't see Slots fighting for the league in the first season with Arteta and Pep. If this was back in the days of when the league wins you can win the league by like 72 points. I'm fine with it. This league going to be won by like 100 points. So I don't see Liverpool sticking that close. I don't see that. I don't see that. And not for nothing, the core team members are old. Like that's in the core members that you need to like win the game.
So you think like an injury, like
an injury to Van Dijk, the season is over. Yeah, once to Salah, the season is over. Trent goes down, the season is over. Yeah, so, like they really have.
They don't have good.
They don't have backups.
Squad depth. Squad depth is not it's not something that they have right now.
And also like Nunez and Gakpo to me are like.
That is true. So, Luis Diaz on the other hand has been amazing.
Exactly.
His performances have been
amazing. He can't sustain that by himself the whole season. Even Salah. So the goals to be not being spread across too much. I can't see them saying, but definitely third. They're locking for third.
They're locking for third.
Locking for third.
Let's talk about another team, Aston Villa. Aston Villa, what do you think they finished this season? They've been
either 4th or 5th.
I think Aston Villa are going to be 60th. And
Why?
you know the reason why is because I think Aston Villa they've been actually been found out. And when I say they've been found out, in the sense that most of the games, if you have watched most of the games that they've played, they are coming from behind. And one day that come from behind is not going to work. Because especially against Ipswich, I thought that against Ipswich, you're a proven Premier League side, you're in the Champions League, you have good squad depth, you should be winning that game comfortably. And you come out drawing that game. So I'm not saying that doesn't mean that they don't, because we had the concern about this. When you have a team that is new to the Champions League and you're being spread across multiple games, it takes a toll on your team. So my thing is, I think them being in the Champions League and Champions League games being much more than it used to be before now is going to take a toll on them. And I see them probably falling down to 6th because Leicester, fifth.
Newcastle
too. They're down.
Exactly. So
they're not
5th?
impressive.
Unless you say Man United 5th.
Nah.
Exactly.
I know Man United.
Spurs.
Maybe Spurs.
Even those Spurs are also going to fall.
Yeah,
Spurs are never
because Spurs. You know what? Set pieces will undo Spurs. Eye-line.
Spurs.
Their highline.
Spurs, Man U are in the same boat.
Yeah,
they're yo-yo.
I think maybe Aston Villa 5th.
Aston Villa 5th.
Aston Villa 5th and 4th. Between that area, they might.
The top 3, I know. 4, 5 is between Chelsea and Aston Villa. One going to be the other
because Newcastle, they're not because Newcastle, they always that Isaac gets injured like so easily.
Yeah, he really does.
He gets injured so easy because I'm like, how many games have we entered that you have already gotten
really
in?
good,
but he's really good. He's really good, but he gets injured way too
still young. Maybe once his bones develop, he'll
bones develop. All right, let's go into some other pictures that I didn't really have on our agenda, but Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid.
I didn't know exactly how the game ended.
It ended in a tie, 1-1. Ended in a tie. But you know Simeone now. Simeone, you think you score Simeone and you there's no way he will draw that game with you. I knew, like anybody that's ever looking at a Simeone, just think about he either draws or he wins. But he will not. You cannot come out there and spank Simeone's team. It's impossible. If not, we are probably seeing like 3 or 4 red cards in that.
So who's first in La Liga?
La Liga right now is Barcelona. And Barcelona. Speaking about Barcelona actually lost their first game to Osasuna. They lost 4-2, which is like a eyebrow raiser because they were like, what happened there? But one person I actually wanted to praise, even though they just lost, is Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick he's figured out how to make this Barcelona team take. And one of the biggest person that we have talked about, even during the Euros, is Yamin Lamar. That guy, man, his release contract is like 300 or 600 million at this point. Probably 1 billion. 1 billion euros. 1 billion. Like, it's crazy because that guy is literally insane. He still scored a game. He's been on a scoring and assist run for the past couple of games.
He's not resting him?
They're not resting him because they have a lot of injuries also. That's also one of the things that Hansi Flick is dealing with. He's dealing with injuries to Christensen. He's dealing with injuries to Gavi. He's dealing with injuries to who else? There was somebody else that got injured, as if Ferran Torres or somebody. There's so many injuries. Dani Olmo got injured. The person that they just bought is injured. So yeah, he's dealing. Hansi Flick is dealing with a lot of injuries, but he's still able to get the best out of the Barcelona team. So yeah, I'm actually very, very. I'm interested to see how far they'll go. I think Barcelona, if Barcelona wins this La Liga ahead of Real Madrid,
I can't say them win it.
But Real Madrid, have you seen Real Madrid play?
I get what you're saying.
They look so disjointed.
For me, my issue is like Barcelona doesn't have money, so how can they even be able to like have a squad that competes for the whole season?
You'll be surprised. Look, there are some new Lamine Yamal that are entering the game. There's another one player called Victor or something. I've forgotten. Paul Victor or something like that, coming up from the La Masia Academy. So if care is not taken, Barcelona might actually win this La Liga.
Winning La Liga with youth squad is crazy,
bro. That's the biggest egg on the face for Real Madrid because the cohesion between Vinicius, Mbappe, and Bellingham and Rodrigo is just off, bro. It's so off.
I'm so happy that
It's so off.
I predicted that in my head.
It's so
I'm
off.
like, it doesn't make sense. Why
It's
would you? Why
so
would you
off.
get Mbappe to this team when you already have a well-oiled
It's so off
machine?
because they are trying to make Mbappe be a central forward,
He doesn't want to do
but
that.
he doesn't
He
like.
can't play
He
that.
wants
He can't
that
play that.
Vinicius wing is what he wants.
Yes.
And Ancelotti is trying to play this floating kind of thing, but
Nah.
you know
He wants that Ronaldo way.
He's-
Starts on the wing.
Mhm.
You might play forward a
Playing-
little bit. We'll go back to the wing.
Yeah. Let's talk about somebody in the Real Madrid team that is possibly going to win the Ballon d'Or. Vinicius looks to be the one that's going to lock down the Ballon d'Or.
Let's see. Ballon d'Or.
Because before, the people that were on Ballon d'Or nominees were Bellingham, we had Rodrigo, Rodri, you had Vinny. I don't know if Mbappe was there. I think Haaland.
It's probably Rodri. It's probably Vinicius.
Yeah, and I was even seeing reports that said that it looks like Vinny even knows that he's going to be the one to win it. But man, how low has man, Messi and Ronaldo have spoiled us.
Yeah, they spoiled you guys. Like, how you? What you about to say? How low?
It's not. I know, right? It's like how low, but
wrong.
I'm not even hearing Messi's numbers. They're not hearing Ronaldo's numbers. Like, you know what? Even in their old age, if not that they're in a lesser league, they will still be considered. If you're looking at the numbers,
they are giving Messi this thing again. It would be so stupid.
Nah, but it's impossible. I think Vinny is probably gonna win it.
He won the Champions League.
Yeah, won Champions League.
Won the La Liga.
La Liga, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But he was yes.
Yeah. I think
Haaland can't win it because Haaland is not from a great country.
Yeah, I think he just about pips it because for this for the Ballon d'Or nominee.
Haaland could maybe win it one day if he wins the Champions League.
Yeah. All right. Oh, let's talk about
Champions League. Wasn't it Pep? Pep won the Champions League.
No, it was Ancelotti.
Pep hasn't won it with the Man City.
He won it the year before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because remember it was Real Madrid that took them out.
Got it.
When they went to go out, they did fight. They packed the bus. This thing. The last thing I want to talk about some Champions League games that are coming up tomorrow. So the big ones I want to talk about: Arsenal versus PSG. Who you got winning that game? And that's going to be in Emirates. It's going to be in London. Who you got winning that game?
PSG.
I think Arsenal. I've seen PSG play. PSG.
I think Arsenal should focus on the freaking league and forget Champions League.
Yeah, but I think Arsenal are going to win. All right, let's look at another one. There's the Aston Villa versus Bayern Munich. Who you got?
Company's going to show the pay. What kind of question is that?
Oh my god! You know, company coach. Did the company coach? No, he did. It was Terry that coach. Any other interesting ones? Oh, Milan versus Leverkusen.
Yeah, how they doing in their league?
Leverkusen, I think they're third in their league. Yeah, Leverkusen. No, not third. Not here. I want to see the Bundesliga. Here we go. So yeah, they're fourth. Interesting.
They lost one already.
Yeah, they lost one. So who you got? Milan versus Leverkusen.
Leverkusen.
Yeah, I think Leverkusen got like Pulisic has actually been on fire for Milan. Low-key.
Yeah, but
he's been out here firing.
But Boniface is coming.
Yo, that bro, that guy. I feel like that guy is such a dynamic striker. Like he can hold the ball up, he can dribble, he can pass.
What about Chelsea?
Nah, I don't think he wants to come to the Premier League. According to some interviews that I've seen him he's basically like, it's like if there's any league he wants to go to La Liga apparently. So all right, I think that about Dortmund Celtic. No, I think Celtic are probably gonna win. The Celtic have been firing, man. The way Celtic have been handing out beating. The funny thing about it is Celtic they don't win by 3, they don't win by 2, they win by like 5 goals, 6 goals.
Yeah, but that's in the Scottish.
No, they even played in the Champions League. Their last game that they won. One team like that. Yeah, see? One Slovan. Blah, blah,
you think Celtic is going to beat Dortmund?
I think Celtic will beat them because I've seen Dortmund.
Good, you're smoking. Let me get some.
I speaking. I say no to drugs, kids.
But you take it last. Can you on it? But
I don't sing that one though. I don't sing. I don't subscribe to that, to those extracurricular activities. But
swear you have last. Swear. Look at it. You have last. And then what?
I don't subscribe to such extracurricular.
Sure.
I don't subscribe to it. I may or may not have sung it.
What you mean the shower? I just say last to be like.
I said last, but I did not say the last part.
Sure.
All right. That about sums it up for today on our on our episode of the Goal Line Conversation podcast. Let us know if you agree, disagree with any of the conversations that we've had today. If you're a Man U fan, so render yourself.
The Lord is with you.
If you're a Man U fan, give a comment. Let us know you're a Man U fan, so that way we can give you encouraging messages, because you need it.
Stop saying we. I'm not giving nothing.
You need it during this dark time. During this dark time is clear. We want to make sure you are surrounded with love. Man U fans. It's okay.
You know how we get love? By us with a petition to fire HAG. So we get love.
Oh my God! You know, I was watching, we're watching Saeed now. Saeed, there's another one that you gotta go. You gotta go watch Fan Strike. Go and watch Fan Strike. Go and watch Henry's recording reaction. Yo, that man, he was so frustrated. He just like pay water on top of it. No, the frustration that I'm dealing with. I've been through fire with this.
It doesn't make logical sense. That's the problem.
But you know the funny thing, they're not going to look. Let's look at your next Man U. So we are going to talk about let's go back to your next couple of leagues. You're going to play Porto. You're going to play Aston Villa. You're going to play Brentford. Which one of these teams can you possibly beat? Like
Aston.
You retract that.
Brentford. Brentford is the only one.
Brentford, man. Look, it's looking peak for you guys for the next 3 or 4 games.
The Lord is our shepherd, we shall not want.
I said that prayer for Mario. Anyway, we have come to the end of the episode. Thank you for sticking with us. Again, like I said, engage, like, subscribe. Those algorithms, man, they're very important for you to like and subscribe. So that way,
Ten Hag out.
You've heard it from him. Ten Hag out. Jade.
ETH out. I don't know who's in. At this point, I'll take a cone.
You call it around football. I will
take a traffic cone. You know what we will do?
Let the players push themselves.
Yes. You know what? Let's make sure. Luke Shaw, since he's injured, the bastard that he is injured. Since he's injured, he can become a coach. He can become a coach.
Oh, man. All right. Thank you for sticking with us. That's it from us. Bye, guys. Peace.